Fiji foes cut a deal, but the hostages aren't free just yet. Hong Kong is facing new rounds of protests from an unlikely sector. And the Pope has a message for members of the gay community and those who seek to hurt them. Those stories are next on CNN This Morning. Hello and welcome from Hong Kong. I'm Veronica Pedrosa. It's been just over 3 years since Hong Kong's return to China, and Chief Executive Tung Chee-hwa's administration is under heavy criticism. Thousands of civil servants took to the streets yesterday to protest government reforms. CNN Hong Kong Bureau Chief Mike Chinoy reports this demonstration is just the latest in a series of concerns for the man in Hong Kong's top job.
It was one of the biggest demonstrations in Hong Kong since the handover to China. Several thousand civil servants marching through the city center. Their target, the administration of Chief Executive Tung Chee-hwa, which is trying to reform the way the civil service operates here. Beyond specific grievances, fears of pay cuts and job losses, a broader concern over Tung Chee-hwa's paternalistic style of government, complaints that their own views aren't being taken into account. The government hasn't paid any attention to our rights, says this woman. They're moving too fast on reform without asking for our opinions. The acting head of the civil service says that's not so.
Mr. Tung has attached a lot of importance to listening to the staff views. I think Mr. Tung will welcome feedback, comments from the staff.
Yet this demonstration comes on the heels of a series of protests in recent weeks. Doctors, social workers, teachers, property owners, representatives of an angry middle class who feel their voices aren't being heard and their only option is to take to the streets.
People are very angry because even if the government say that in order to reform, they will consult the people. But actually, after listening, they really do not change any policy. So people feel that all these are fake consultation, and then their voice are not being heard.
This protest came at the end of a bad week for Chief Executive Tung, who faced widespread criticism over allegations he concealed a major change in housing policy and accusations of trying to suppress negative public opinion polls. Now he's got the normally conservative and apolitical civil service, the backbone of the government, lining up against his policies and style of operating, as what some have dubbed Hong Kong's summer of discontent grows even hotter. Mike Chinoy, CNN, Hong Kong.
Well, for more on the civil servants' discontent, we've asked Wong Wei-hung to join us. He's one of the organisers of yesterday's rally. Thank you for coming on our programme. Mr. Wong, even before yesterday's demonstrations, Mr. Tung and officials in his government promised to be more sensitive to your concerns. So why did you go ahead with the rally?
And because we think that the present communication, that is the consultation, is not effective at all now. So I think we have to organize a rally to show an outcry to show to the government that we are very dissatisfied with the so-called reform they are now undergoing.
And protesters at yesterday's rally said that they were worried about lack of job security, about short-term contracts. But why should civil servants be treated differently from other sectors in the economy who have faced such circumstances for some time?
It is because before 1997, the whole civil service is actually mainly a pensionable civil service that can provide a very stable civil service, that can have a very loyal support from the civil servants to execute all the government policies. But now they change it to contractual civil service. Maybe finally half of the civil servants is on the contractual terms. So I think it will be a fundamental change of the Hong Kong SAR government civil service.
But would short-term contracts affect the running of government? Is that what you fear?
We are not fear, but we will be worried about the stability of the civil service, because once you know that you are only having a short contract in the government service, how can we executing the government policy in a very neutral way.
As we've just heard in Mike Chinoy's report, your demonstration was the latest in a series of street protests. Was your demonstration specific to the civil servants, or do you think that there is a more general discontent?
I think we're worried also about the business circle now. They're having a more and more influence in Hong Kong. So one of the slogans of our rally is we are opposing the business circle ruling Hong Kong. And it's because we know that the cabinet appointed by the chief executive, Mr. Tung, is actually all business people, except one union people, which is actually a pro-Beijing union leaders. So we can say that the whole cabinet of the top ruling mechanism in Hong Kong is businessmen.
And briefly, Mr. Wong, many of the demonstrators yesterday were from the middle classes of Hong Kong, professionals, skilled workers, skilled civil servants, when previously one would have thought that demonstrations such as this would come from working classes. Why do you think that is?
It is because I think the housing policy, the 85,000 flat policies in Hong Kong also affect the middle class. I think they lost a lot of their savings, life saving. And then I think maybe they have a very heavy debt when they buy a flat just after the 97. So they are actually very discontent about the present policy of the SAR government.
We'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wong Wei Hung, he's one of the organizers of yesterday's rally here in Hong Kong.
Thank you.